Teaching social skills or how to build relationships is just as important as teaching math, reading, or science in school, if not more important. Especially with the younger generations being born into a world of social media, they aren't learning enough about social skills, relating to people, or building effective relationships. These skills are fundamental in any job, just as the need to be able to read and write is, for example. Can you teach this though? There isn't a formula. These are developmental skills, meaning they are built on experiences, which is why we all have different ways of socializing. Normalizing a single way of doing it would likely make kids less unique and more robotic. Plus, parents, regardless of how good they are at parenting, are the child's primary teachers, and many of the social skills/relationship building skills the parents show shuffles down to their kids somehow. That's what school is. Learning how to relate to teachers, other pupils, the opposite sex. You learn that stuff by doing it. Your peers will guide you. You're learning it all the time, there's no need to have it taught. These kinds of things are taught: group work, team sports, music ensembles, etc. These skills are fundamental in any job, just as the need to be able to read and write is, for example. That's just not true. Do you know how many awkward, socially unavailable engineers I work with? A lot. Just because someone might not be the best at relating to people doesn't mean that they are unhireable. Stop pretending like everyone needs to be a social extrovert to be successful. I don't see this being the school's responsibility. I think that based on the fact that you emphasized the younger generation, if kids are spending too much time behind a screen, that's not school's responsibility. Not to mention that would be tough to teach. It kind of comes with experience, which you won't get much playing computer games. They are in fact very important skills to develop, but I don't see this as something you need to learn from a teacher. What if I build relationships with people who are teaching me math and science? I tend to agree, but teachers already get paid shit and schools struggle to instill even the most basic principles in people as it is. Philosophy, ethics, and emotional intelligence are topics I think should be a part of the curriculum, but you have to fight the religious right every step of the way to get decent education in schools, and encroaching on their territory further will just be a huge battle. No, it's not in school. It's the job of the school to teach them into math, reading, or science, but the job of the parents to teach social skills. Hi. Teacher here. I fully agree. Although a lot of people see social skills as something that should be taught at home, for a lot of kids that is just not happening. Students that do not learn social skills or have a hard time picking up social skills can have trouble learning in class, or they make it a difficult environment for others to learn. In my state, they have made academics the priority in kindergarten and first grade, instead of a focus on social emotional learning, how to be kind, making friends, structured play, like how I remember those grades. It makes a tremendous difference to take 30 minutes a day and build those skills. I believe math, logic, and common sense are the two most important. Social skills is a small section of common sense. It's not the school's responsibility to teach kids that. It's the parents'. This is not an unpopular opinion among teachers. Ethics also, I would add to that. My dad always says this: learning math, science and other stuff is useless if you can't communicate that information. How are you gonna get a job when you don't even know how to not make a conversation awkward? I'm a teacher, that's literally the #1 goal of every kid in my class. We focus on it a lot. That is the role of the family to do. More importantly, schools should be teaching kids about personal finance. People should have 3 to 6 months of income put away in savings for a rainy day. Yet, because no one actually teaches us to do this or how to work your way up to having that, we end up in situations like COVID-19 pandemic and people have no money saved to get by. Personal finance is an area where the schools are failing everyone. We have a culture of debt because no one taught us otherwise. No, it isn't. That is ridiculous. Schools are supposed to be for education. Teachers aren't life coaches or social workers. This is something I've been working on for my MA in pedagogy, how we integrate social and critical thinking skills into our lessons whilst simultaneously teaching what is required by the state. Basically, it all comes down to the way teachers approach their lessons. That's the parent's job. School is not a babysitting program. I can't connect with people easily because of my home environment when I was young. No friends could come over, we lived in the middle of nowhere, so I couldn't ask to hang with my friends. It fucked me up socially. But school taught me the skills that my parents couldn't. I'm not at the level I should be at, even college didn't get me there, but you have to work with people constantly. There's always someone you at least kind of know. At least at my school, I don't know about classes of 1000 plus, and if you're in an arts class, band/choir/art/theater, or sports, you get new chances to meet people you barely know and grow together. It is as important, but socialization is a big aspect of school IMO. Maybe we didn't have life skills classes, but you can't really be forced to socialize. If you hate socializing, being made to talk to people you've convinced yourself you don't/won't like before trying, it wouldn't help much anyway. And early grades, especially preschool and kindergarten, really focus on it because of how detrimental it is to a child's growth, but having a bad home environment can reverse all of that growth easily. Plus, parents should limit kids' electronic use and shouldn't let them on social media anyway. Teachers can't help what the kids' parents do. Okay, but can we really standardize this for teachers to teach this? I feel like you just need life experience to pick up such skills. Except that it's hard to teach. As a child of a failed family, I resonate with this and completely agree. I was emancipated at age 14 and came from neglect, and a totally whack job mother. I learned no social skills. I had learned to cook from TV. I didn't know how to clean properly. I had no skills that you usually learn from parents. In high school, once my social concerns were known to the school, I was placed in a class that only high-risk students had access to. We learned how to go shopping, apply makeup, talk about problems with others, basic social skills and general life information they don't teach in schools. That was valuable information that stuck with me, and is still relevant. If this class wasn't offered, I have no idea where I'd be today. I should have an equal opportunity to develop my skills as a person just as much as everyone else, and it would be lovely if education systems could step up in the event that parents don't.